Hello again. You know why I'm here. So let's get right back to it. There has been another round of patches, bug fixes. Hope I'm not going to run into any trouble. Let's see, quick check. Everything looks okay. It is boss time. We're too late. They killed the survivors. Sweetheart. Who are you, good people? What do you have on your head? If you're going to be bold, then be bold. Is it like imitation of feathers or something? It's ugly. That's not Nala, is it? The body over there? No, that's a male. Oh, right. The fighter that one was. You also have the ugly nut feathers. Ugh. What a pair. Burst of radio static. Rick, are you there? Need some help in here. Rick's dead. They're all dead, except you. Let me cleanse them, brother. Stop, stop. Why should we quarrel? There's enough spoils for everyone. Quarrel? You slaughtered innocent survivors. Daughters, you mean? Profane scum. We didn't kill all of them. There are still a few in that big freight locker over there, right, Britt? Yeah, but they're gasping. Listen. Pounding and muffled screaming comes from inside the freight locker. True, that locker is airtight, so let's make this quick. Fine. We want that filtration unit behind you and one of your sleds to transport it. Oops, can't give you that. It's the reason we came. We have a buyer for that thing. It belongs to the people of Moros. That's our buyer, the good people of Moros. So you're planning to hold it for ransom. Ransom? I don't know that word. I am but a humble broker. Tick-tock, no air. Right, chop chop, time is short. So we take the filtration unit, you get everything else, including the daughters. Deal? Counter offer. You leave, you live. Pity. An impasse then. Sister? About time. Alright, let's see what we're working with. Two bosses. Static and sticky. It's not a lot of block. Targets the last character who dealt her damage. So we're going to have to shuffle around. Weak to poison, immune to burn, immune to vulnerable. So it looks like going to need you. And you. And probably you. This will probably be okay. What do you do? Oh, you're very long ranged. Okay. It does splash damage, which ignores evasion. Damage to herself and gains power. Oh, so you're a right berserker. I really don't like that. And you're giving power to everyone. I double don't like that. However, I think I'm going to push you, and then you don't get the power. I can work with that. Let's see. Get you invade. Let's get this out of the way. Then I will push you back. I'm going to take some damage from him, maybe from you. So you're going to keep tossing grenades. That's going to be annoying. Oh. So does this mean that if I don't hit her, she's going to keep buffing her power? That would be something. I wonder if poison counts as an attack. I'm just going to toss this here. Him. Don't really like that. Get you down here so you're safe. So you're going to get hit no matter what. Unless can't really do anything about it. This crate is really in the way. You can just keep buffing yourself. Okay. Didn't want to get there anyway. Let's see. One block is good. Start working on you a little. Push is not very useful here. Kinda want to see what happens when I hit you. Maybe keeping evasion up will be okay. Okay, now I can see who's being targeted. That's a good thing. Some regen. This is really in the way. So you have a decent range. What to do? So now you're doing 6 damage 3 times. I really don't want to be here for that. Okay, what now? Let's grenade this row. Let's do this. Use some armor. We're okay for now. This is very much not ideal. Okay, what can I do about it? Don't want you here. I don't want you here. together. That almost got rid of you. Okay, push you. Acid. Switch. So next time I can switch back and get some regen. Get some armor. I think you're not going to make it. So we might as well do as much as we can. How would we do that? Let's see. I do not want you here. It's good enough. I can get rid of you. Get some damage on you. Get some burn. Now, even if I heal, it's not going to mean much. Unless you tap into target squig. Don't really want to waste poison on this row. Let's get you. You're almost done. I think that's a decent exchange. What do you know? Everyone leaves. Okay, you're doing the same. Right. You have enough blind on you that you're doing minimal damage. That is very nice. Can't really afford to lose health right now. Okay. If I get you up here, let's get you some regen. Push. And I push again. Get some exposed. Okay. This will work. Still can't move you. So this is useless here. Here we will block you up once. Down, so you're not hit. Let's get some armor on you. Okay. Nothing special here. Let's spread the love around. This will do. I was a little afraid of you, but it looks like as long as I stay blind, I'm okay. Don't need this, don't need this. Don't need this. Okay. Let's see. Everyone up. Push the two of you together. I can heal up a little. Let's just leave a pool here, in case she decides to move. Okay. Let's heal you a little. Poison going. Okay. And it looks like this is it. That's all she wrote. But we can't leave Gritzy. The undevoted shall be vanquished. It's holy writ. Another day, sister. Let's go. Shouldn't we stop them? Who cares about them? Help me get this door open. 1, 2, 3, pull. Steel door wrenches open, and gasps of relief emerge from the people in the freight locker. Nala, are you in there? Found a passenger manifest. There were no female Malusians on this shuttle. How can we go after those vermin? First we need to help these passengers. Some of them look hurt. Those Runshaka will be scaling the cliff walls by now anyway. We'd never catch them. You have what you came for. I need to get back to Moros. So do we. Okay, do we just teleport back? Yes, we just teleport back. Okay. Need something? My friends, welcome home. I trust your errand was successful. And Bray, it does my heart good to see you after all this time. If I had known you were in the canyons... Good to see you too, old friend. You said you had news for me. For all of you. Then tell us. Briefly. We have to get this filter to your new government friends, yes. They will be equally interested in my information, which pertains to the recent catastrophe. What are you talking about? I've heard rumor of someone who knew about the disaster weeks before it happened. Does that pique your interest, lady? That depends on your source. The source is impeccable. He is a guilder who works in the Iron Horde, feeding the prisoners and removing the dead from their cells. He brings word of a very interesting prisoner. The information is expensive but reliable. What's the Iron Horde? Yes, it's a prison. The Iron Horde is a secret prison run by the Mining Guild. It is hidden in the lower levels of the mines across Necros. Can't really be a secret prison if you know about it. My informant worked there. Over the years, he often heard the prisoner in cell 118 speak. At first in some unknown tongue, then in broken Ossik. Skip to the interesting part. Very well. 1 month ago, prisoner 118 went mad. He had always been calm, even timid, but now he raved, clawing vainly at the iron door of his cell, begging to be set free so that he could save the planet from some great catastrophe. Now you begin to see, yes? The Guilder thought prisoner 118's might had finally broken, as all minds eventually break in the Iron Horde. He waited for the day that he would be caught to collect the corpse in cell 118, for he'd heard that the prisoner was of an unknown species, and he was curious. Weeks passed, and then the ships began falling from the sky. When that happened, the Guilder remembered prisoner 118's ravings about the terrible catastrophe. He also remembered another word that frequently passed the lips of the prisoner during his rants. Gravity. Gravity. You understand now, yes? This prisoner knew about the cataclysm before it happened. He wanted to stop it. That is interesting. You said you had news for me too. Ah, I asked my informant about your beloved, of course, whether he had heard of any Augani prisoners in the Iron Horde. They never actually see the prisoners, who are in cells of rock and steel, but he remembered seeing an Augani in the prison logs once. Once when? A year ago, perhaps. He wasn't sure. But Augani are so rare on Wolf Prime that it must have been your Alma. Thank you. I will pay you for this information when I can. You have paid enough, brother. Okay. Do you have anything in the shop? Yes, you do. Let's see. 2 block and 2 persistent block. Which is basically 3 block or 2 turns. How do you upgrade? I think it's block or gives impervious, prevents a negative status. Okay. You can either double up or heal. Looks like a pretty basic defense card. And it exhausts. I don't think I like it. Let's see, shine a light. Pushes and applies blind. If the enemy has at least 5 blind, remove it and apply stun and 2 power. This gives the target power. That's a little weird. Okay, if the enemy cannot be pushed, apply burn. Or make it diagonal. It no longer causes target to gain power, or it retains. I think this would be worth it for the push. Let's get this. Conductive shell. Until next turn, if Norton is charged, whenever he receives damage, remove 1 charge to ignore it. That sounds super tanky. Okay, whenever it triggers, apply static to an attacker or apply slow. Energized. To make a charge. Interesting. Okay, shift charge. Gain 1 energy at the start of next turn. Lose 2 energy. This lowers the energy lost. Or improves the energy gained. Get energized. If Norton has at least 3 charge, spend it and draw a card. I'm not sure I'm quite ready for this amount of deck manipulation. I think I'm going to buy this all the same. What do you have? Wow. And just when I say I'm not ready for deck manipulation, here's another. Look at the top 2 cards. Choose one to draw, discard the rest. Inflict vulnerable. Definitely getting this. For every 2 cards discarded without playing, apply +1. Vulnerable. Or it gains Encore. If the target is affected by another negative status that is not vulnerable, apply Sleep. Which is basically stun. But if it is dead, more than 1 damage by a single hit, remove the effect. Interesting. Or it applies blind. Okay, definitely getting this. What do you have? Those 5 HP, gain 1 recurring memories. Whenever you play a card, create a copy of it with expire in your hand. Decrease 1 stack at the end of turn. Alright. If in acid state, whenever a card is copied, give 1 power to the owner. If in base state, whenever a card is copied, give 1 regen to the owner. This could be a pretty powerful card if it wasn't exhaust. Well, if played from the discard pile, do not exhaust. Alright then. Copies have their memory cost reduced by 1. Okay, so it's an area attack. For each enemy hit, put the top card of the draw pile into the discard. I don't know how to feel about that. So far I'm not using him. It's a backline turret. I have 2 dust. I think I'm going with this. And this. Since I'm here... Oh, this costs dust too. Okay, so the next time I'm getting dust, I'm going to save it for some override and shuffle some cards around. Right. Let's continue. I'm not sure whether I believe that old Horuk. I believe him. He would have great help in my search for Alma. He has never deceived me, and now I have news that she might actually be alive. Why would they put Alma in a secret prison though? Convenience. She was an epigraphist. A what? I thought she was an archaeologist. I'm guessing she studies ancient writings. Epigraphists are archaeologists. Then why not just call them that? Archaeologist is already too long and it's nearly impossible to spell. Epigraphist, or whatever, is even worse. Epigraphists are a type of archaeologist. They study inscriptions and symbols. Guessed correctly. Go me. May I continue? Sorry, pet peeve. He does this. Please go on. Thank you. Where was I? Convenience. Right. Alma's job would have taken her to the lower levels of the mines, where the Ema ruins are. If the iron hold is down there too, it would be a simple matter to make her disappear. I'm such a fool. No, you're not. I've always assumed the iron hold was a rumor started by the guild to dissuade smugglers, claim jumpers, and thieves. If it actually exists, and it's down on the lower levels, you'd never have gotten to it, not without an army. Perhaps not, but I could have died trying, instead of moping out there in the hollow. I will not make that mistake again. Let's finally finish the quest. You got it, well done. And you had Lom's telemetry module as well. You are truly heroes of Moros. But I believe we only sent 3 of you. Yes, this is Bray. He was indispensable in helping us recover the filtration unit. Then the town of Moros is deeply grateful to you, Bray. Grateful enough to lend me a boat? A boat? What for? Not yet, Bray. What are you talking about? We stumbled onto some information that will interest Major Lom. I'm the town prefect, not Lom, but information. It's about the cataclysm. I'll tell you what. You take us to Lom, and we'll tell you everything on the way. That's a very interesting story. I've heard of Ook the shopkeeper before. People say he knows things. I've heard of the Iron Hoard too, of course, but I never thought it was real. Even if it is, we cannot send a team in to rescue this prisoner. Why not? The recovery is going well. We can afford to spare a few men. That's not what I mean. The mines are covered under the guild's charter. They're sovereign territory. Invading the mines would create a pretext for war. You're the outward collective fleet. You'd crush the guild. Eventually. But the current fleet presence on Wolf Prime is minimal and we're isolated. Right now, GSEC is the strongest military force on the planet by far. What about another civilian expeditionary force? Oh no. As long as they weren't connected to the fleet or the Moros Municipal Authority, we could go. Squeak. Intriguing idea. A small team might be able to sneak in, retrieve the prisoner, and bring him here for debriefing. And Bray's backstory is the perfect cover. If they're caught, he's just there looking for Arma. Alma. Exactly. Nothing ties them back to Moros or the fleet. This could work. Are you volunteering? Absolutely not. I am. Me too. Squig. When can we leave? Immediately. So just the 3 of you then? Make it 4. But this is the last time we volunteer for anything ever. Deal? Deal. Splendid. Let's find you a boat. Okay, now the town is saved. Let's see what we have. Okay. Let's see what everyone has to say. What happened when? The fleet. You said your enlistment was rescinded. Oh, that. Just tell her. It's embarrassing. It's a great story. Fine. So it turns out I'm claustrophobic. Why would you join the fleet if you're... Because I didn't know I was claustrophobic until they put me in an assault capsule. I got a little nervous. I flipped out. And when a Crucian with full biological capacitor implants flips out, I destroyed the capsule. And most of the room outside the capsule. And that was it. They thought I lied about being claustrophobic, so no more fleet. Which turned out okay in the end, because I went back home to Pelagon. I wouldn't have met Squig otherwise. And he wouldn't be here, stuck on a doomed planet. Exactly. Silver lining. That's your responsibility, Prefect. Make it happen. Oh, he seemed cranky. Always. And you seem frazzled? Do I? I get it. So many important decisions. Keeping people alive, rebuilding a city. Seems like a heavy burden for one man. Yeah, it's a lot. What were you before prefect? The Minister of Management something something? Minister of Waste Management. I drove the trash truck. I knew I recognized you. You always dented our bins. Technically, they're the city's bins. Listen, you're doing a great job. You and Lom are holding this city together. Thanks. I'm not sure Lom would agree with you, though. He doesn't like me very much. I don't think he likes me either. He's a serious person. The better you do your job, the more he'll like you. Which job, though? Coordinating rescue efforts, food distribution, debris removal, erecting temporary shelters. I've been on my feet since the ship started falling, and it's still not enough. You're making progress. You got that filtration unit installed for once, for instance. Right, look at the bright side. No water riots, no dying of thirst. And you did that. Wait, you guys did that. You retrieved the filtration unit. Yeah, but you sent us. You made it happen. You're right, I did. And we did save a lot of lives. We did. Just keep going, Prefect, and get some rest. Okay, thanks, I will. Okay. Shopkeep, do you have some extra lore bits? I've met Runshaka before. You do seem different. I am different now, but I was once a committed devotee. I've met a few of those too. Like Brit. Brit Van Doon, I know of her. She is a fanatic, even though she grew up among the raiders. But I was even more zealous as a child. I was raised among the inner circle, one of the children of the abyss. That sounds pleasant. It was, in fact. All Horuks, even the Runshaka, cherished their young. As sprats, we were mostly happy. But all the things they taught us. Like what? That we were chosen. That we were vessels of the Runeshow, who live on the rim of Nixus. That by helping them achieve victory, we would transcend our fleshly bonds and ascend to Nixus with them. The Runeshow live on the rim of a black hole. That sounds pretty crazy. It is crazy, but it's also true. You really believe that? I didn't renounce the Runshaka because I stopped believing in the Runeshow. I left because I came to doubt that the Runeshow even know we exist. How could they? But even if they do, the price of ascension would be too high. More importantly, it would be paid by others. Like who? Like you, and everyone else on this planet. But it seems we will pay it just the same. With the Imoden and gone, there is no one who can stand against the Runeshow. Okay, so technically, he's still a believer, but he's no longer a cultist. That's a step up, yes? Okay, hey buddy. I am an old man for an Aogani. Nearly 19 standard years. How long do you live, my friend? 30? 35? Wait, I'm older than you? You seem so much wiser. Imagine that. It's the wisdom of my forebears. All Aogani have full ancestral memory. I don't envy you. Like, imagine being 20 years old, 100 times over. Ugh. No, thank you. I read about this. Aogani memory is physically heritable. It's passed down genetically, like eye color or spontaneous bioluminescence. Whoa, so you remember your parents' lives up until the moment of my conception. You. It's more than memory though. It's sentience. I don't just remember my parents' lives. I am my parents, and they are me. I am all my ancestors. Their bodies are dead, but their essence lives in me. That's pretty poetic, actually. That sounds noisy. It's not. We all have one voice, one mind. It's difficult to explain. How far back does it go? Can you remember before the expansion? Long before. About 20 generations. Beyond that, it's mostly echoes. So if you say you're an old man at 19, so generation would count as what, 15, 20 years? So it's 400 years. It's still impressive. Now I get it. That's not just an egg on your back. No, it's life. For you and your ancestors. Wow, no pressure. I will accept my fate, and so will my ancestors. All things end. His name was Gru, right? The one who raised you? Yes. Did you know him? Was he by any chance bald like you? Had a big nose? Maybe stole the moon? Just curious. No. By the time I got to Off-Prime, the Goriba were gone. But I've heard of him. Fierce, they say. Especially for a crown. His enemies say that, and for good reason. To me, he was just a father. And a good one, I think. Is that a compliment? An observation. Well, you're right. He gave me everything. In fact, I'm only alive because of him. When the great storm came, he and I were out ranging together. We took refuge in a doma. You know what that is? One of those old EMA meditation cells. They're so small. I'm surprised we both fit. We didn't. There was only room for one of us. Gru shoved me inside and blocked the opening with his body. When the storm passed, we were both still alive, but the sand had flayed the skin from his backside. Yikes. And I just let him do that, you know. He was the leader of the Gariba, way more important than me. He should have been the one inside the Doma. Father would never have allowed that. Even my algae, which will never hatch, is something I would die to protect. Gru did die, a few hours later, in agony. Gru. That's a good, strong name. I'll remember it. So will I. Okay, so classic traumatic backstories. What do you have? Let's head to the mines. If there's nothing else left here. Alright, let's go. Alright, we are now at the mines. I'm going to stop this video right here. Wow, nearly an hour again, and it was just one boss fight and a whole lot of talking. Okay, next time I'm going to fiddle with the decks a little bit, then continue on. See you next time.